If it's relevant, I will use her name. I'm not going to get people put in jail intentionally, because I'm not the asshole you made me out to be. You are. But as far as it goes, if you end up in jail, it's probably because other people deemed you such an asshole and such a fucking malicious loser that you probably belong there. And you did, actually. Just so you got this through your head, jails are made to keep people like you away from people like me. I don't go around hurting innocent people like an asshole. You did, immensely. You belong in a fucking cage somewhere because you're a sick fuck. And if you have a problem with that, well, fuck you. I'll make your argument public then. What I'm currently talking to is someone named Joel Polanski and Brandon ESO. Both of them are guilty of having committed fucking really serious violations of my personal life without justification of any kind. They lied their ass off, and they tried to cheat me of my life and freedom because they're ignorant, offensive assholes who did this because, well, in Joel Polanski's case, someone named Chelsea Potts basically had sex with him and asked him to help destroy my life. So they together tried to torment me with forced speech to the point I'd suffer a nervous collapse and have my life destroyed, as they tried to get me committed to a mental hospital, as they tormented me and fucked with my life over surgical implants in my body because they're sick fucks. Basically, he's now standing here after 24 years of this harm being done to me, bullshitting everyone around him, being a fucking lying piece of shit, and I told him, own your shit already, you fucking pathetic motherfucker, or I'm going to publicly expose you and you'll just look like the biggest piece of shit living. His friend, a friend of mine, is in his company, and they're both in the same gang, and I said, fuck this pussy's fucking gang association. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I think he's a pussy for it, for hiding behind other people, the way some people do. And I told him I was going to fucking put him the fuck out of society fully. If he wasn't a big enough person, that is, to take responsibility for the shit he was involved in and talk about it honestly. And he hasn't. He's a piece of shit. That was about 5 minutes ago I said that. Now I'm saying some other things. Because I have an ABDL sexual identity, his sister went and drugged me. And she drugged me with laxatives, and I shit myself uncontrollably while walking back on the Sash Peninsula, and I shit myself massively. Like, I almost evacuated like 30 pounds of shit from my body. And I'm like, normally I go to the bathroom several times a day because I'm mostly vegan, and so I don't get constipated or anything, but it was so intense how much I shit. It was like that was almost an assault on me. But then I was thinking, like, well, because I am of a sexual disposition that encourages that kind of like fetishistic shit like that, like someone giving you laxatives or something, I can't really take that much offense to it. But then at the same time, Joel Polanski moves in and starts talking to me during the sexual interaction with him or her and another girl named Tiffany, who was an asshole to me in my youth. And basically I told him, like, get the fuck out of my face. I didn't even want to have a sexual experience with you. I wasn't asking. Other people were offering to give me blowjobs and shit who weren't gay, and they were just saying it for some fucked up weird reason. I don't really understand, but I made it very clear to Joel, take responsibility for your fucking actions and the things you say you're involved in or not involved in, or I'm going to fucking do it for you and you're going to be sorry about it, as will other people in this situation. Because I actually have a polygraph up in my parents' house, a polygraph machine, and like in this video and many others I'm going to put up in the near future, I'm encouraging the general public to take the audio layer off. I'll give you 10,000 Canadian dollars too if you can do this and you can prove me a liar. That's what you're being offered, to do this work. And if you go about doing this after I've made this comment and this offer, I'm obligated legally to pay you. You'll have to ask yourself why the fuck I'd risk all the money and put myself at risk when I've had people trying to get me committed to a mental hospital wrongly to silence me for this long, and they almost succeeded in doing that with the assistance of a crooked cop. But here I am offering myself like that and putting myself out in public exposure, and I'm saying I'll give you 10,000 Canadian dollars because, well, the RCMP kind of fucked up a few places and they didn't investigate properly, and I ended up being tortured a few times, well, more than a few times actually, but I had a lot of good experiences with other people involved along the way as a test subject. I had a lot of good experiences. It's just there was this gross element to this. It started as a gay conversion therapy effort, and it was a fucking torture, and it was disgusting as fuck what was done to me. I was dehumanized immensely. Like, I'm never going to be the same person again from it. It's not ever anything that could be reversed. And I mean, I'm surprised I didn't end up snapping and killing someone. But here I am, and they can't do anything to me now, and I'm standing at the other end of this, the only party involved in this who didn't lie to the police and everyone else, and because I wrote honesty all the way here and I've got a piece of shit group, like this minority of the overall group, surfacing to threaten me and threaten to hurt me with more lie telling, it just begs me to fucking do something with it, and I'm fucking doing something with it now. And you can hear these assholes talking in the background, trying to make excuses and make threats. And they're sorry excuses for fucking human beings, and they're sure as fuck sorry excuses for friends, as I basically let them get away with the shit on that pretense, but none of them acted like one. They just got treated like friends and acted like pieces of massive shit. So, I'm not terribly sorry to say this. Oh, I can prove every last fucking thing I've said, you idiot. And I actually can. I got Freedom of Information Act requests done, 4 of them over the course of 24 years. I got 3 of them. One of them disappeared in the mail while I was wrongly being incarcerated in EMI. Well, they tried to drug me to death, literally. And I barely escaped that with my life. And here I am 24 years later, and this piece of arrogant, stupid motherfucking shit named Joel Polanski is standing there making threats to me with his friend Brandon ESO, also criminally involved in this like a dumb shit. But they were just threatening my life earlier. They said they're going to come kick my ass, and I'm sitting here alone in this building at the bottom of a desolate driveway, and these fucking pussies aren't even doing anything with it. Because I'm uploading this immediately, and I mean, if you want to kick my ass, you better do it soon, or I'm going to fucking watch you being put in handcuffs. You fucking lying sack of shit. What then? You going to do something? Because I don't give a fuck if you go to jail. If your stupid ass makes threats about retaliation, I welcome the first piece of shit that tries, scumbag. Fuck your life, you filthy degenerate fuck up. Don't talk to me, you scab. And that's Brandon ESO. He's not as criminally involved as some, but he's a criminally involved fucking sack of shit. He's a fucking dumbass, crackhead, fucking arrogant piece of shit. And I don't care for his company. I don't want him forced on me. But then I never should have had hardware put in my body that I was denied surgery to get removed in the first place. But then that's half the reason Brandon ESO is going to be fucking put in handcuffs too. Because someone named Dr. Boone at Royal Jubilee Hospital fucked around and didn't give me surgical assistance when I sought it. He instead helped these assholes and played a role in my almost losing my life in the hospital. You're a stupid fucking idiot. And I have ample proof of this. I got police reports from a Freedom of Information Act request where Dr. Boone lies at length, and I can easily prove his lies and will in the very immediate future. Just to fucking shove it back in this idiot motherfucking cunt asshole's face talking shit to me. And I will. And so, pardon me, Dr. Boone, if you lose your medical practice, Joel Polanski wanted to be a loudmouth fucking idiot along with Brandon ESO, so you can thank them. Bullshit.